Hey y'all, happy Monday. Today's devotional is going to be about how consistent God is. This is going to be fairly short, but I just wanted to give y'all a good reminder about how God's love is always there and it's always consistent. Malachi 3:6 says, "For I, the Lord, do not change. Therefore you, O sons of Jacob, are not consumed." I feel like so many times in our lives we get so overwhelmed by everything going on, and we just feel like we are constantly sinning, and we feel like we're not necessarily doing what is right all the time. And then sometimes we doubt, well, does God still love me? Does God still love me even though I'm doing these things? And God is consistent. He always loves you. And yes, there are going to be times in our lives, there are going to be days where we have a bad day and we slip up and we do something that we shouldn't have. And that is why God is there, so we can call on Him and ask Him, God, I need help. I need you to help me turn away from this sin. I need you to help me to not do this anymore. And like this verse says, He is consistent. You are not consumed. You are not consumed by this world. You do not have to be consumed by the weight of your sin any longer. You can give that to Jesus. You can give that to God, and He will help you because He is consistent and He is perfect all the time. God does not want us to sin, but He knows that we do sin, yet He still loves us even though we sin. And the reason I kind of wanted to touch on how consistent God is because there are going to be times in each of our lives where we are struggling with different things. There are going to be high points and low points. We've talked about that in another video where I talked about hills and valleys of your life. But God is consistent through it all. He is always there. He is always the same. He is that same just God, that same righteous God. No matter where you are in your life, wherever you are in your life right now, God is still the same God He was 3 years ago, 3 months ago. Today, He is the same God as He will be tomorrow. And we can always count on Him. People don't tend to be consistent. We are so used to people changing. And so I guess we tend to think, well, God's the same way, but He's not. God is so different from us. He is consistent. He always loves. He keeps His promises. He holds true to everything He says in the Bible. And so whatever you are going through right now in your life, whatever is happening, maybe you feel like you're struggling more than you have in a while. God is still God. He's still there, and He still wants you to call on Him for help and ask Him for help. So guys, just take your struggles to God. He wants to hear from you. He is going to love you through it all, and He wants to hear from you. He wants to help you. You just have to be willing to give it to Him. And I just hope that you guys have a great rest of this week. I know that this was kind of a short video, but I felt like it was something that needed to be told. So just whatever is going on, know that God is consistent. Know that God loves you and that He wants to hear from you. So just have a great rest of your week. I love you guys so much. Leave prayer requests and any suggestions for more videos in the comments. And I just hope you guys have a great rest of this week. See you next Sunday.